Bitcoin has just done something legendary, something it hasn't done since 2018, back when it was at $3,000. But you may be shocked to find out what it actually means. Welcome in. My name is Steve. I'm going to help you have a lot more success and a lot less stress by focusing on the facts and the charts. Hit that subscribe button. We're jumping straight into it. We're going to cover today this chart. And again, it's going to be a little bit surprising what this actually means. First time we've seen this action happen since 3K. We're also going to jump into the legendary NVT, flashing its red signal, printing a green arrow, bouncing off of this line. And on top of that, we're going to get into our line chart. Highly anticipated, what we believe is happening here in our line chart. And we're going to wind it up with the most recent updates with our 3-box theory. A ton to get into, and we want to start with a chance for you to win some Bitcoin and get a custom designed indicator with alerts. Here's how to do it. We're giving away $250 of Bitcoin to 5 people, and when you click this, you can enter, and when you click it, you're going to get a custom design indicator sent to your email where you can set up alerts right to your phone. So go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, click here for a chance to win and get your free indicator. Limited time only. Go sign up right now. The link is down below, Crypto Crew University. Click right here. We're jumping straight into first the MVT. I got bombarded with messages on this. What are our thoughts on this? Because if you remember, the MVT we've been covering on this channel for a very long time, and we say that the color is so important. In fact, we talked heavily during this entire period. You can see the MVT was red during this entire period. We said, quote, we're bullish until it turns white, and when it turns white, the trend will reverse. And you can see it turned white for the first time here on April 12th, and you can see what the price of Bitcoin was at the time, just a little over $60,000. And you can see now what I was talking about. When we change to white, it's not pretty, plain and simple. However, we just changed to red. That means that the price action is back to being bullish. However, there's a caveat. What we're doing is, this is, by the way, this is our custom design indicator. A lot of our students have this. This is combining the MVT with the HV, the historical volatility, in one, and it gets trade alerts. But what we're doing right now is we're actually moving down below this critical level with the historical volatility. That means our volatility in Bitcoin is dropping substantially. It's been dropping since February of this year. That means the volatility is dropping. Once it goes below this level, that's when the explosion happens. That's when literally the volcano explodes. And you can see the last time that we were below this, it was a pressure cooker of a move, because when we move out of this, we come from about 19K all the way up to 65. The move below here essentially says a bombshell of a move is about to happen. And we're pretty close to that level. However, the color is important. If we move from below 40 to above 40 on our breakout and we remain red, we're gonna have more than likely a new all-time high. However, if we move from below this 40 and we move above here with our breakout and we're white, we're gonna have a drastic move to the downside. It's that simple, but it's a pressure cooker of a move. It's a large move coming, either down or up. It's not gonna be a medium-sized move. It's not gonna be a small move. It will be a legendary move, probably 40 to 50% move, either up or down. And if you have this indicator, you're going to be way ahead of everybody, because you're going to see the color that we come out of, right? If we come out of this in red, we're going to have a new all-time high. If we come out of this in white, it's going to get ugly. So we'll keep you up to date on this, but we just printed our green triangle, which means we are bullish and we're waiting for that level of the 40. Now, as we get into our line chart, this was heavily requested that we recover this again today. We covered it a handful of days ago, and look, not much has changed. A lot of people are used to these time frames that are shorter and smaller, but look, we created a higher high, phenomenal, higher than these past highs. It's not higher than this one. What we need to see is our first higher low. Our higher low has to be above this 29.7K. Anywhere above that, we're good. And then what Bitcoin has to do after that is make our second consecutive higher high. It's gonna take some time. This is not something that happens happens today or tomorrow or the next day or even a few days from now. This is going to take a few weeks for us to confirm a trend change. Keep in mind, we've been in a downtrend for a few months. All right, we built some consolidation here. We built some critical market structure, but we're in a downtrend. Unless Bitcoin makes its first higher low and a second consecutive higher high, the trend will continue down. It's that simple. So Bitcoin hasn't done much of anything yet. We've had a beautiful rally. Great. I know I'm supposed to tell you we're going to the moon. We're going to $1 million. I'm supposed to fluff it up and pump up your adrenaline. But that's just not what we do here. We just talk about the facts. And the facts are Bitcoin is trying to reverse trend. We are getting closer to reversing trend. We have not reversed trend. Those are the facts. On this channel, we just talk about the facts. Bitcoin 3-box theory. It's still intact, right? If we stay above 30K with the close of the monthly candle, by the way, that's closing in 3 days from now. So it's looking good that we're going to close above there. If we continue to close above here, we will create a new all-time high this year. I saw some people commenting, hey, how about the length of the box? Irrelevant. The box theory is the bottom of the box is 1.5x multiple, top of the box is a 4x multiple of the previous all-time high. And look, we stay in here for about 6 to 7 months each time. So we're right within the realm of possibilities now. And again, the length of the box is irrelevant. The move from the box is the key, whether we move up from the top or through the bottom. If Bitcoin breaks 30K with the close of a monthly candle, it's going to add 6 months to the bear market. Those are just the facts. Now let's get to the moment you've been waiting for. Since 2018, this hasn't happened. Since Bitcoin was at 3K, this hasn't happened. Although it may not mean what you expect it to mean. Let me break it down. What we've got down here is the stochastic RSI. Now think of stochastic RSI as the momentum. When the blue line is on top, our momentum is going up in a positive way, in a strong way. That means price action will also continue up in a strong and positive way. When the red line is on top, that means we've lost our momentum and our rocket ship is finished going up into the atmosphere and it's turned around and it's falling back down to earth. And that's what's been happening. You can see what has taken place when we have the blue line on top. We went from 3K to that 14K. And you can see that we had a cross down back in January. And you can say to yourself, hey, back in January, we had a cross down and then we had bearish divergence, meaning price action continued to rise and our stochastic RSI continued to fall. That was a major warning sign that the trend was about to reverse, and then it has. But now we're at the standpoint where we're here and we've just had a cross up. In fact, we lost our momentum so much that the stochastic RSI went down below 1. We haven't seen the stochastic RSI below 1 since we were at 3K, since 2018. However, we just had a bullish cross to the upside, but the developer of the stochastic RSI says, quote, the confirmed signal happens above 20, meaning we can have a bullish cross like we did, blue is on top. It's not a confirmed signal until we're above 20. That's the rules to the game, and I'll show you why. If we look back in history, we had a bullish cross here and it confirmed above the 20 here. Now, when you look at price action where it confirmed, it was still at 3K a few months later. And we confirmed that bullish signal and then we went to the proverbial moon. Here's where it gets interesting. Because we had this cross, the 20 level becomes even more important because when we look left, as we always do on this channel, sometimes we have these crosses and all of the action happens below the 20. So based on the facts in the charts, we can unequivocally say if we remain below this 20 level on the 2-week stochastic RSI, we're going to remain in a bear market for a long extended period of time. If we cross above the 20 level, it's highly probable we're going to have a new all-time high this year. So this is a chart that I want you to watch like a hawk over the coming weeks and potential coming 1 to 2 months. And this will tell us exactly what you need to know. Are we going to stay in a long extended bear market and price action continue to fall and us continue continue to have trouble, or are we going to have an all-time high this year? It all comes down to this 20 level. So this is where things get interesting, because if we were to summarize what's happening, we have a bullish momentum coming into the MVT, although we're getting to our historical volatility and we're looking at the change to white or to remain red when we come out of that. That's one big telltale sign. But I want to point your attention to something else that we didn't discuss. This is a little added bonus. This is the 50-week moving average. And a lot of people can say, oh my goodness, we bounced off the 50-week. That's so bullish. Anytime we've done that before, it's so bullish. However, that wouldn't be a true statement based on the facts. In fact, when we look back at any time we come back to the 50-week moving average, we've always bounced, but we always fell through it. We came back from this high here, we came down, we bounced. We had a beautiful bounce here, but we always fell through it. And you can go back in time and look for every single time we came down to the 50-week, we always bounced, always. It got people's hopes up. Everyone got super excited. And then we fell through the floor and went substantially lower. It's true every single time we got met with the 50-week. So again, I know I'm supposed to pump you up and say we're going to $1 million and we're going to be at 100,000 next month, but I'm just looking at the facts with our channel. And this could be a warning sign that we're seeing a bounce. We've seen a bounce every time from the 50-week, but it's what happens after that is the true indication. And again, we can have some real indication. If we come from below this 40 and move to white when we break out here, that's where we're going to plummet through this 50-week. Remain level-headed, and if you're relatively new to trading, you should trade substantially less. You should trade way less. The only reason you're trying to trade more is you're greedy. Plain and simple. I know I'm supposed to tell you what you want to hear, but I'm just telling you the facts. Trade less and you'll have a lot less stress. And again, base everything based on the facts and the charts. So we've got that action happening. We haven't done anything with reversing trend yet. We're in the middle of it. Our 3-box theory, we're still intact. Everything closes in 3 days from now. And the 3K, first since 3K, we want to see this move above the 20. If you're a student, make sure you check your email from last week. You could become a potential teacher here. And if you haven't done so already, go get your free indicator and your chance to win $250. I'll see you right back here on the next videos. We're going to be covering the Gaussian channel, and you do not want to miss that. Watch those videos that are below right now. Watch those videos. They're going to help you tremendously. I'll see you right back here on the channel. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.